Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be sharing my top 10 most spun vinyl that I play here at home. And when I say my top 10, it's what I believe to be my top 10 because I don't keep track of the ones that I actually spin every day or whenever I listen to them. We tend to gravitate toward the same albums, just listening preference wise, because some of them might be holiday albums. As you can see, we've got our tree up right now because we needed a little joy at this time. So now we might listen to holiday albums, but through the rest of the year, we're not really gonna do that. Some of them are kind of soundtracks that are fun to have and we might listen to occasionally, but we're not gonna put them on all the time. And it's just kind of situations like that. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of bust those out and share them with you all so you can see kind of what our listening preferences and tastes are like. But before I get into that, I want to ask you all to please like this video and subscribe to my channel. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2024, and I'm hoping we can get there. I think it's going to be a stretch, but we'll see. I believe with all of your support and love, we can do it. I think we're at just over 650 right now, which is very exciting, but I'd love to hit that goal by the end of the 2024. So please like and subscribe to my channel. It'll really help me out. But with no more introduction, let's get into my top 10 most spun vinyl. First up, I have Adele 25. When it comes to Adele, her music is classic. You can listen to this at any time of the day, any of the time of the year, and it will always hit. And specifically for me, that is 25. I think it is the peak of Adele's work so far. I know when she's done with her Vegas residency, she's kind of gonna go back into hiding for a little bit, which I think is very much deserved. And honestly, I think a lot of pop stars need to do that. It's a lot mentally to be around that many people and be performing for that long. So mad respect to people like Adele and even Beyonce who drop their music, promote it for a little bit, and then kind of go and take the time for themselves. In case you're wondering, I will link all the sleeves that I use down below. I get questions about that sometimes, so I'll link them down below. But moving forward, I'm gonna take them out just because there is such a harsh glare from the windows that are behind the camera. You can probably see them up in the TV back here. It just gives better lighting. This one is just a standard black. It is not a gatefold, so there's the front of the album and the back. I love the cover. I think it's cool. It fits her theme of albums really well. And here's the inner sleeve, and then the disc itself is just black, as you can see through the sleeve. Nothing super special with the pressing or anything. It's just an incredible album, and we listen to it all the time. Now, this next one that we spin all the time is Carly Rae Jepsen, The Loneliest Time. We have a lot of Carly Rae Jepsen vinyl. We probably have almost every album she's released so far. I think it's either Dedicated or Emotion. One of those sides we don't have. We spin Loneliest Time all the time just because it is one of her newest albums. The Loveliest Time is the side B to this, but honestly, this one, it just hits. It's such a good album. The vinyl for it is this really pretty, translucent honey auburn color. I'm not really sure what the color description was. I do believe this is the Amazon pressing, Amazon color. So if you go to your local record store or something, I'm not sure what the color would be. And it's just this really pretty, orangey yellow transparent color. It is not a gatefold, but here's the front, as you've been seeing, and the back, which fits really well. The back just has all of the song names listed. It's just a really pretty disc color, and honestly, a great album. And moving on to number 3, we of course have Chappell Roan's The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. Now, when I say number 3, I'm not ranking these out. They're literally just in alphabetical order because that's how I pulled them out of my shelf, and it'll help me put them back on the shelf later. So when I say number 3, I'm not saying that this is the third most listened to or anything. It's just 3 out of 10 that I'm gonna be sharing. This album is phenomenal, as I'm sure all of you know, because it has probably been the album of the year. I think it has a really good shot for winning album of the year at the Grammys as well. We'll see. There's some good competition, but this one does have a gatefold. It's really cool. It's her kind of in this dressing room, and she takes a lot of inspiration from drag. Chappell Roan kind of is a drag queen in her own sense, so I think it's really fitting that she's getting ready for a show. She's got the Hollywood lights, and it's just a cool gatefold with lots of beautiful imagery for the entire album aesthetic. I think it's really well done. This is the Target pressing, so it is Peaches and Cream is what the color was called, and you can see it is this very cool peachy color with swirls of white. So the peaches and cream. I think it's a really pretty pressing. I don't have any others like this in my collection. It is a 2-disc. The other one is exactly the same as this, so I won't get it out, but just so you can kind of see what it looks like. And with this one, there was a couple of inserts with it. There's this like double-sided poster, which kind of has a pink pony club on one side and just the rise and fall of a Midwest princess on the other. I don't really display posters like this or anything. They just stay in the gatefold or the record sleeve, and that's just kind of where they live. Sometimes I will display, like if it's a signed one. If you haven't seen my signed vinyl collection video, I just uploaded it last, so you can go and watch that. But I do have like my Taylor Swift Midnight signed one on display, and most of the others are just in the sleeves that they come in because I don't have frames for them, but I would love to hang them up one day. But that is Chappell Roan Rise and Fall of Midwest Princess, the Target edition, peaches and cream vinyl. Moving on to number 4, we have Dua Lipa, and specifically the Moonlight edition. We do have the normal edition of this, but for some reason we typically gravitate toward the Moonlight edition. It's just got a little more to it than the normal edition of the album. It is a gatefold, so you can see it's kind of her just sitting on the moon. It's very practical to the Moonlight edition. The back, just the moon. This one did come with an insert. It's nothing special, but I'll pull it out so that you can see. It's literally just the songs with lyrics on it. I do like the black paper. It kind of fits like the dark moon aesthetic of the album. The vinyl itself is just a standard black. It does have kind of, shook the tripod. It does have this like moon pattern on the center sticker, which is a nice little touch. I think maybe they could have done something a little more unique with the vinyl, but honestly, I'm not mad because with this album cover, it's very simple, it's very dark and moody, which I think just a plain black vinyl captures really well, and then having the center label be the moon is a nice touch. I do think maybe for like a anniversary of the album or something, they could do a really cool pressing, something that's got like swirls or spots to like maybe resemble the moon. I think that could be really cool, but in general, a good album, and honestly not mad about the standard black pressing. For number 5, we have Lorde Melodrama. We do have all of Lorde's albums, but this one easily gets spun the most. It's such a good mood and like a vibe to just throw on at any time of the day, again, any time of the year. It's really an incredible album, and it's one of my partner's favorite albums probably ever, so it gets spun quite frequently. Actually, when I had pulled all of these albums out, I had set them aside so that I could make this video, and this weekend we were just listening to a bunch, and he kept pulling from the pile that I had out, which proved to be like, obviously these are our most spun, and this was one of them. So fantastic album, one of his favorite artists. Here's the front cover. You can see the back, it's just a plain blue. And then this one did come with a few inserts. So the first one, this is side A, or just the first side of it, and then the other side. And then I said this was an insert, it's just the record sleeve. All of the others so far have been like a plain white or black paper sleeve, but this one was kind of fun. It has this fun little picture on it with Melodrama, and then on the back side has all the songs and the lyrics as well. So a nice little touch. Now the disc itself is just this black color, and different from the Dua Lipa one where I didn't mind the black with that one. I think they could have done something a little different with this. I know there is like another variant, maybe some more that I don't know about, that was like a dark blue color that now resales for crazy amounts of money. Never going to buy it. So I think it would be cool if they like repressed it or did some version with a blue again, just to match the cover a little bit better. I think the black is fine, but it's nothing special. Again, it's not a gatefold, so there's not a lot going on to the physical album. A just kind of has the tracks listed that are on both sides. Side B has the album cover as the center label, which I think is a nice touch. But yeah, this is definitely one of our most spun albums. Next up, we have Noah Kahan Stick Season. This is just the normal version. I do hope to get the Stick Season Town Hall, which is kind of the collaboration remix album for Record Store Day Black Friday. So look for a haul after November 29th to see everything I got, but this is just the standard edition of the album. I was so excited to finally get this in my collection because it's a great album and it's very fall vibes, which I think is when we tend to listen to it the most. This is a gatefold. I love the aesthetics and the colors and everything used for this. It's obviously woodsy, being stick season. And then the back is just a barn. I love everything about this album, the photo shoots and everything. I will show you the sleeves because while they are just paper, they're kind of cool. They're like a topographic map with all these different locations. And it's like that for both discs. And I think the sleeves are really cool. It adds just like a little extra touch to it. It also came with this massive poster. And when I say massive, I mean massive. So here's what it looks like before you start opening it up, and on the other side, but then you open it up. I'm going to have to move for this. This is what it looks like, and then you can open it up even farther, and it's this massive poster. Again, I don't really get this out. It just stays in the record sleeve because I don't have space to hang this up. I do think it's really cool that they put in a little bit more effort to have this really big poster in it. I think that's cool. And then on the other side of it is all the songs with the lyrics. So kind of dual purpose here. Provides a nice large poster for people to hang up if they want to, but then also has the lyrics for the songs. The vinyl itself, like the last few, is just a standard black. Even the center label is just like this plain color on one side, and then the center label on the other side has a little bit more specialty to it with this like car image that matches the aesthetic of the album. I think there is maybe another variant, don't quote me on that, that's like maybe a tan or a green or something. I know there was a green because I tried to get it and they canceled my order without saying anything about it, and I was really upset about it, but then I was luckily able to get the black. So at least I have it, but I do know that there was a green out there, probably resales for a lot of money. I have not looked into it, but if you do have the green, I hope you love it. So that is Noah Kahan's Stick Season, and another one of our most spun vinyl. Next, I have Renee Rapp, Snow Angel. Renee Rapp is one of my favorite artists. She's up there with like Taylor Swift and Chappell Roan and Sabrina Carpenter. Fantastic artist, fantastic album. I've loved her since her EP, Everything to Everyone, which I actually have coming in the mail. I was able to get one from Graffiti Records. So once that gets here, I will be doing an unboxing, so stay tuned for that video in the next couple of weeks. But this is her debut album, Snow Angel. It does have a gatefold. It's just a picture of her, and then the back kind of carries over from the front a little bit. It's not a direct tie-in, but it's her hair flying from like the electricity and stuff. This one doesn't have a cool poster or anything with it, but what I really do love is the color of the vinyl. This is the Urban Outfitter exclusive highlighter yellow, and that is vibrant. That is such a vibrant, bright yellow that it's so cool. Again, I don't have anything like this in my collection, so whenever there's something new on the scene to my collection, it's a favorite. I think being able to like come up with a fun color or something is really cool. So the center label on this side is just black, and then on the other side is kind of her hand with the fun nails. Again, this is the Urban Outfitter exclusive edition. I don't know if they still have it. I know it was sold out for a long time. There was a restock, and that's when I was able to grab it. So keep your eyes out. Maybe it will restock and you'll be able to get it too. I do have a few different versions of this album. I have this one, obviously. I have the signed blue one. Again, you can go and watch my signed video to see that one. And then I also have the Spotify exclusive like orange color. This just tends to be the one that I gravitate toward the most. But yeah, we listen to this one all the time. I have about 3 vinyl left to show, and the third to last one is Sigrid's How to Let Go. This one is signed right on the cover. It's not an insert. She just signed the actual vinyl sleeve, which is really cool. We saw her in concert maybe a year or 2 ago, and then after seeing her, we were like, yeah, we need to have that on vinyl, and she just happened to have the signed one stock. The color for this one is this really cool bright green. It's not transparent. It is solid green, but you can also see the center label. It does have the songs listed, and it's the same on the other side. This is just a really cool color. This is not a gatefold. It's just a standard sleeve. There's the back because I forgot to show it. It's honestly just an incredible album. We listen to this one all the time still because it's a great pop album. If you like pop, you're gonna love this one. It has some great songs on it. Burning Bridges, Mirror, A Driver Saved My Night, Mistake Like You, High Note, several good good songs. So if you have not heard this album, definitely recommend listening to it. All right, second to last album, we have probably one of the vinyl that we'd spin the absolute most. If I had to go through and rank them, this one is up there for the most spun. It is Taylor Swift, Folklore, the Long Pond Studio Sessions. We do have normal Folklore, but something about the Long Pond Studio Session just hits different. If it's a rainy, cloudy day, this is getting spun. If we're like inside and it's snowing all day and we're just kind of having a cozy day in, this is getting spun. This can be played like any calm time, anytime that you're just kind of vibing. I know that it was pressed for Record Store Day and it has not been pressed since then, which is kind of a shame because I feel like more people should have it. But I am very thankful and very grateful that I was able to snag it. It was my record store's very last copy. Like, he went to the very back and was able to find it. They didn't have any more. When I got it, it was a little dinged, so you can see the corner here, it's a little bit dinged up. It's kind of like ripped at the top, as most of them do over time, so like that's not a very big deal or anything. But I was like, you know what, I don't care if it's got some dings and little scratches, not on the vinyl, but like the sleeve and stuff. I want it, and I'm gonna take it. So I got it. And this one does have a little insert. It's got this really cute poster of Taylor when she was at Long Pond filming the music and the video. If you haven't watched the video on Disney Plus, absolutely should. Great thing to watch as well, or just put in the background. The other side has all of the songs and kind of who wrote them and some photos from the session recording all the music. Cute little poster to include. The vinyl itself is this solid, cool gray, which I think really matches the album really well. You can see here, it's super simple, but I think with the aesthetic of Long Pond Studio Session, and just like the cover of the vinyl sleeve, there's the back, I didn't show it, it's the Long Pond cabin. I think it fits really well, and I'm not at all mad that it's just like a super simple gray center label. I think it's really well done, and again, very happy and very, very, very grateful that I was able to get one, because again, it was the last copy that my record store had, and my friend let me walk out with it. And we are on to the last album of the 10 most spun vinyl in my collection. This is actually one of the very first records that I had in my collection. It started a few years ago when my partner got me like 3 for my birthday, and then I got this one as a Christmas gift after that. So it's been around for a while, and that's why it's been spun so many times. It's Troye Sivan, Blue Neighborhood. I'm sure a lot of people have this album because it came out when I was in high school, and it honestly helped me discover myself and like just other things around me. You know, like it was a good album, and I loved the like trilogy videos that came along with the album. I know Troy has said some things about some of the songs on this album, but honestly, they are great songs, and I think they still hold up, whether he thinks so or not. Fantastic album. And I think it did a lot of great things for a lot of people, so I think you should always be proud of that. It did come with a little poster inside. It just says Blue Neighborhood, and it's him with the artistic background. I wish I hung this one up because it's so pretty. And then the back side is all the songs listed with the lyrics. There's nothing special about the vinyl itself. It is just a standard black. You can see the center label. It's that like teal color. I just can't say enough good things about this. If you, for some reason, haven't listened to this album, go find it on streaming and listen to it, because I think you'll love it if you have not heard it. Well, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing and watching and seeing my 10 most spun vinyl in my collection. As I said earlier, we have a decent sized collection, but sometimes we just gravitate toward the same albums, which is fine because we all have our favorite albums and our favorite artists, and we listen to what we like. So if you have a record collection, let me know down below what you spend the most, or if you genuinely listen to everything like regularly. I'd love to hear what your music taste is and what you spend the most. But also, like I said in the beginning of this video, please make sure to like this video and subscribe. It would really help my channel out and help me potentially reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. With every interaction, whether that be liking, commenting, or subscribing, it helps push my videos and my channel out to more people who might like me, my channel, and my content. So it would be very helpful and very appreciated if you did those. But I think that is it for this video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.